got in a groove, ends up going 0-7-2 on the Zyra. So ThunderTalk maybe look to repeat similar strategy.
They're really pulling this wave out.
Okay, we're going to get the snare, get some laying down damage. The twisted advance is going to be big here for Bin. If he can dodge out. Heal thrown down for the speed up. Goes down for the smash. He's getting poked down before he can even really get twisted advance through. He's going to use it on the minions, but the aggro is not even picked up by anyone on ThunderTalk.
Nice.
So they've done a really good job juggling this and forcing Bin into an uncomfortable spot. Doesn't burn the flash. Does end up getting the trade, though, with that freshly buffed up turret of Season 15.
That's really tough, too, because that play took so long to evolve. Look at bot.
ThunderTalk that have to continue to find proactivity. They definitely are waiting on a lot of their ultimates, but Saytab might get caught here. The root comes across. Wei was waiting.
Yep.
They were looking for a reset. Instead, they find themselves a free kill onto the TT mid laner.
Yeah, big mistake there from Saytab, just still not respecting the strength on each side of the map.
Success here. They've been able to really carry it on. ThunderTalk not being as clean. They're going for a pick here on a 1xN with the Realm Warp in. Brings his friends. They get the slow, beautiful setup with that Rise ultimate. Gets Elk his first kill of the game, but he's got to be a bit careful.
They're still down numbers. They're not farming anywhere else. They're missing out on so much in the map. Where BLG, like, they are making overload of play. They could punish. As Hoya,
and they catch out Hoya. Gets a heal, gets a big speed up from the Seraphine. Zap going to land, though, onto Saytab. Going to have to use that Spirit Rush to create more space. Beichuan did steal away the first grub, so nobody's getting a feat of monster slaying. Charm going to land, connect onto Knight. The bolt time does go down, but it just splits the upright. All of BLG mark themselves around it, and now Ilk gets excited, can just start firing out rockets. ThunderTalk are just falling flat on all their plays that were so successful to kick off this series.
I mean, this game kind of already looks cooked, and the answer for the mid-jungle duo from BLG, seeing the Viego, the Ahri showing this early and being like, hey, we're willing to slam.
It forces ThunderTalk to guard it closely and
look at the Rise inventory versus the Ahri inventory. That was an 830 Roa, because Knight already has a stack.
You can play. They grab the Feats of Warfare easily, obviously with the scoreline. Grab 2 first neutrals, so 1 more epic monster or this turret that's already far too low.
Dead.
And as I said, that's just going to be tier 2 boot upgrades for 11 minutes for BLG.
Yeah, they put Hoya in the sack lane to get Saytab out of mid when he was no ult, no flash.
Very impressive to see BLG in a spot that they've rarely ever been in, right? Knight not having lost a best of 5, rarely ever being down 0-2, got to think based off that stat since 2022.
Deal?
And now they look just so much more back in form. And Elk's going to steal away a grub just to make sure they do get those mites. Bin dropping the Nature's Grass down to single one person out. Good Keeper's Verdict from Hoya gets rid of Bin, but not the damage dealers, as Knight claims himself another kill, and this game continues to spiral further and further.
This one has a chance to be the most dominant one yet, just given the scaling. Saytab, yeah, going to be forced to Realm Warp. Knight, though, ghosting in, the wave crashing. Wave's here.
Yep, and Wave flashes to try and get more damage down. Eats a charm, but it's just not enough right now with how ahead BLG are. There's the Encore down to find 2 into the bullet time. They do find Wave for the shutdown. Reset comes across for Beichuan, but he can't get the possession. Bin interrupts it long enough to allow himself and his bottom lane to get out. But Knight has to be sacrificed, so ThunderTalk able to punish a bit of over-aggression there from BLG.
The fall. We've already seen how winning the Rise into Ahri matchup is. Knight's got that in the top side. Everything looking like it's coming up BLG in this one.
All the engaged tools for ThunderTalk are without their flashes, right? It's going to be a while before we can see another crafty Encore fire from Feather. Hoya's flash, we just saw Beichuan have to burn it, so even if they wanted to try, and what they have, ThunderTalk have to do, punish BLG, look for picks onto them, it just feels so impossible to do right now. So they're just trying to overstack towards some of these neutrals. They're attempting to burn through this dragon. Wei, despite it being on a ward, not content going forward. He might just go for himself a solo kill.
Lulu empower the Jinx, get that attack speed steroid farmed even higher. In both kits, Elk's pretty far up. He does have access to both summoner spells. You can see TT was... Reset. Yeah, TT was looking. Beichuan.
Beichuan. Ooh, does bait Wei in pretty far. The charm lands, and they get the root. Wei's picked off. There's another possession. Beichuan going forward, trying to see if he can get a Sonic Wave. Saytab gets the reset on the Spirit Rush. They're pushing the tempo. Charm going to force Elk to cleanse it. Immediately fires out the rocket. Fade away Mega Death Rocket. Finds the kill on the Saytab, but it sacrifices Knight. Beichuan going in. Heartbreaker trying to cut down the angle onto On.
TPing in. They're going to think about contesting the Herald in the long run. Knight doesn't have TP. Yeah, no way. Okay. Again, I think TT, like, they have to force now. I don't think things get better for them, so good find. BLG, they're a little bit far up and not respecting some of the power that TT has. What's Beishuan cooking over here with the Dirk?
Is that, are we going? I thought Collector, but there's a Ruby Crystal, so is that Sterak? Does Sterak? No, Sterak doesn't have a dagger.
What's the shield item called? Lethality?
Oh.
I think it's that one.
Experimental Hexplate?
Nope. The Lethality one that gives you the shield that Varus goes. Anyway, we're clubbing his casters here. Beishuan up. He flies forward.
Oh my god, he flashes to get the stun.
They got
Heartbreak's over. Somehow gets out, and it's On to die again. Knight's going to fall as well, trying to get back to his Realm Warp. Sanctab's flashing after On, waiting for his Charm to come back up. Feather's going to land the root over the wall. Where did this come from? 3 kills out of nowhere for ThunderTalk. They are not going down quietly.
They're doing their job, and meanwhile, BLG just kind of way too far up in the TT jungle, not respecting yet again in a game that, again, I really feel like should be put away cleanly by BLG given some of the leads they had earlier. A little bit sloppy, a little bit disrespectful in the back half, and TT gonna punish rather well. That's 2 outers that are gonna fall. I think they dropped the Dragon in the back half. They do have to base and respond. Up with the Jinx just kind of leads to something awkward all around.
That's the second kick from Wei, by the way, that
where he died.
He dies and he doesn't
Yeah.
accomplish the kick he wants.
ThunderTalk don't want to fight. Of course, any kill that they get, diminishing returns compared to what they would be giving over if BLG were to trade out. So, Ocean Dragon goes over to BLG.
Don't really lose much except tempo and map control, which you'll take in the face of that buff as it ticks away off of all 5 members of BLG.
Yeah, I mean, still like
BLG.
BLG.
We'll see. Can't really be a Baron threat yet. The 25-minute mark, so 30 seconds away. Realm Ward coming down onto 1xN. It's Knight and Wei who gets the Ward Hop kick flash combination. That's why you lock into Lee Sin. 1xN didn't have a chance in the world.
And with no MF, 1xN will have Infinity Edge and Bullet Time on respawn. Down their 80 carry, you're going to look to contest.
Give this verdict. Very valuable ultimate for Hoya to see who he can boot out. Charging it up. Everybody on BLG respecting it. Cancelled by the Twisted Advance, and now Hoya's caught in the middle of all of BLG, but On just gets eviscerated by Beishuan, gets his first reset, but the Lulu's not as useful as he would like, so he ends up falling, and Baron does not reset its health bar, so it's going to be secure there for BLG on to 4. It's not going to make that mistake, so now the Dragon can commence and be properly shredded by the dicer that is Elk on 3 items of the Jinx. Nature's Grass. Hoya doesn't commit to Keeper's Verdict once more. First inhibitor turret down. ThunderTalk got to take a chance, make a stand here. Beishuan commanding the front line, gets a stun down. Death Rocket throws out from Elk. Gonna force Beishuan back to the base as the inhibitor falls next, and Knight had his own little vacation in the mid lane. Gonna find himself another turret. Structures falling like paper mache right now for ThunderTalk. They're going to have to find a stand. They're going to try to attempt the impossible. Dumped by Cubby, but Bin does just not fall. Beishuan down first. Elk gets the reset, and now it's time to drop the hammer. Rockets after rockets, and we are going the distance, folks. 5 games between ThunderTalk and BLG for the top seed out of Group C.
Not exactly what we were expecting going into the night, but hey, I'm here for it. Good to see BLG paying a little bit more respect to ThunderTalk and playing out their comps rather well. Really like the pivot they had in this draft to pair up the opening of the Maokai, Jinx, Lulu. That's a really solid core you can play around.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.